And preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Grant looking at these two. Teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And now the opening lineup for New York. We've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Anunoby in at the 3.
Look, when LeBron James is hitting his 3 from that spot, look, this offense completely opens up.
Towns down low. He's guarded by Claxton. Good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez.
And he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said they're all looking forward to the challenge.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Towns. The 3 ball. Sinks it from distance. Towns has got 5 points.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Thomas with the ball. Back to James. Plenty of space. That one falls. He's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Bridges. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Now, here is James. 5 points in the game. James, a screen on Wembanyama. Back to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. All sorts of time. LeBron with the rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Thomas. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anunoby. Rejected by James.
And Braun with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
And when you think of LeBron, his competitive spirit is, to me, the first thing that comes to mind. All this guy wants to do is win all the time.
Both free throws good from James. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Bridges. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. A good-looking shot from the wing.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A minute 9 left in the first quarter of the game. James against Anunoby. And that one's good. James has got 9.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Towns down low, working on Claxton. And it's New York scoring again. Brooklyn's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. James outside. The floater. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Now, nobody spends more time in the paint than LeBron James. He knows he's going to get the contact, and he still goes in there.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4", skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. No points yet. Shot clock at 6. Claxton a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo for 3. He can't get it to go. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
New York trailing. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with James. And it's Thomas in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Towns. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. The shot by James, no good. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
And the basket by Bridges.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. James outside. Tries the spin move. Shoots over Anunoby. James can't get it to go.
Oh, you have to love the spin move there. But he couldn't quite gather himself for the shot.
Bridges finds Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the easy 2. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, a compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
All right, man. Who did the decision? Come on. Let's hear ya.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Nets trail by 3. James outside. No good with the triple. The Knicks have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Antetokounmpo against Wembanyama. Clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Anunoby can't get it to go. For Brooklyn. They've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Bridges. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails the wide-open jumper.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's James. And it's James inside.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
James against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Towns. And no good. There's 1:54 left in the first half. James passes to Johnson. Claxton a screen on Bridges. Thomas outside. From deep three-point range, Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anunoby. Here's Towns. Outside Wembanyama. Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you. When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Anunoby. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game. Nets trail by 3. And here's Thomas. He's scoreless. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Not the best pick I've seen, but like, hey, got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns for 3. Giannis with the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Now here is James. He's got 15. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside Johnson. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the
previous play is underway.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far. Neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
New York trailing. And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, the agility of Bridges, working around the impact of the foul to get his shot.
Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability, and Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset.
One shot.
Free throw, no good. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Now here's Bridges. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Thomas outside. Off target from three-point range.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Left side, Anunoby to the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anunoby. Antetokounmpo surveys. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Three-pointer, Bridges. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thomas passes to James. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Johnson. Here's James. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Gilgeous-Alexander against James. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
One shot.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Pass to Thomas. Antetokounmpo against Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo, the pass to James. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Anunoby passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA working through contact inside.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Antetokounmpo outside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Stepping the line with 2 shots.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
He's off on the second.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Pass to Wembanyama. Towns can't get it to go.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to James. Back to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Claxton. James outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns outside. Takes a 3. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns has got 10.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
To the middle. Here's Thomas. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. Anunoby with it. And it's Thomas picking him up. Anunoby passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Towns. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 3-pointer, Bridges. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Nets trail by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to James. Back to Antetokounmpo. Inside. Here's Claxton. And he can't get that one. Anunoby against Antetokounmpo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. New York out in front, up 3. And we'll be back right after this.
Before this quarter starts,
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. So it's Brooklyn now. They trail by 3. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. James is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Thomas in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Now here is James. Shoots over Anunoby. James can't get it to go. New York leading by 3. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Towns. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches a 3. Great touch from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
James outside. The floater. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Free throw no good for Claxton. Knicks leading by 4. To the inside. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. James outside to the paint. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist from James.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th. And Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks another 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And James puts up a deep 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. James has got 20.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Anunoby. And the Knicks another 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here is James. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks leading by 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Towns. Now Bridges. Let's go with a 3. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Thomas for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Johnson against Bridges. And here's Wembanyama. Over Thomas. Wembanyama's shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Did he need to use the fadeaway? No. Did I enjoy seeing it? Yes, I did.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's on LeBron James.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Take break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point game here. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. They need this. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His third personal foul, team second. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Giannis stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings him with an 8. And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. New York leading by 7. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Bridges. Five to shoot. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, who else? Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. It's James on the wing. Anunoby covering. Screen by Claxton. Giannis driving in.
Let me tell you, on the drive, Giannis is trouble. He takes it right into the defense and gets fouled in the act.
And out the line, shooting 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him with an 8.
In their position, they really need to cash in on every chance at the line.
And here's New York now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for New York. 8-point game. Here's Wembanyama. And so it's New York winning this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.